Hey everybody, how's it going? This is kind of spontaneous. I haven't done one of these in a long time. I don't do too many of these, but I'm on my way home to do some quick show prep before the show. We've got a big show today, by the way. Edgewise, the band Edgewise is coming on. Really looking forward to that. But something I wanted to address just quickly, and I don't want to wait until the show to say this because I might say something a little bit colorful that I cannot say on FM radio, but I'll say it here. I have an urge to do this. So I was getting caught up a little bit as I was driving on some of the Crazy Joe videos, his newest videos. Ever since the other day when I tried to have a real conversation with him and give him some advice, which apparently he didn't want to hear or appreciate, certainly, he's actually gotten much, much worse. He's been, he's obsessed with me. He makes all these videos. He's been really cranking them out. But he's actually, instead of taking my advice and putting away the hate and the racism, he's actually amped it up to the point where I think at this point, we can safely say that that man is a full-on white supremacist. But in one of his videos today, too, so he did something, he said something that I want to address specifically that he's never done before. And this was pretty low. He actually brought my father into it, and he started making comments about my father and about my dad's health, which, as far as I know, is fine, by the way. You know, like any older gentleman, he's hit a few bumps in the road, but he's strong. He's a strong man, and you know, he always survives. But yeah, Crazy Joe actually started bringing my dad into it, and that was very bizarre. And wow, he really made it personal, didn't he? So I just want to because I know that Joe will see this. And I want to say something directly to Crazy Joe. And I didn't want to save this for the radio. In his video, there's kind of an awkward transition because he starts talking about my dad right after he goes on this long soliloquy about what it is to be a tough guy and how Crazy Joe, he's a real tough guy because he's from New York and he grew up in New York and he used to be a cab driver in New York, and that's such a dangerous job, and that's what it means to be tough, and I'm not tough, and apparently he doesn't think my dad is tough, but he's tough, because he's from New York City, and they're tough. And, so he goes on, I won't repeat everything he said, but he goes on about that for a while, and then from there, he starts talking about my dad. So, Joe, when you see this, I just want to tell you something regarding my father. Now listen carefully, motherfucker. You can say whatever you want to. I'm not even mad. Surprised? Yeah, I didn't think you'd go there. I'm not mad at you. But I just want you to know something. You want to talk about tough? You think you know about tough? You shouldn't talk about my dad. My father is tough. My father is a veteran. He was a veteran. He was in the military serving his country during the Vietnam War. My father was a Navy SEAL. Do you know anything about the Navy SEALs, Crazy Joe? That's tough. That's real tough. My father doesn't make videos where he, you know, just rambles and says stupid shit. Talks about how tough he is. My father actually is tough. My father served his country. You talk about patriotism, Crazy Joe. No, my dad actually served this country. Who have you ever served? What have you done for your country other than being a racist piece of shit? And you are a white supremacist. That is absolutely clear now. You don't have to wear the robe and the hood to prove it. You've proven it, dude. You've proven it. Talking about my dad? No, my dad is tough. And my dad and I don't agree on everything politically, that's for sure. But he is tough. He knows what he's talking about. And if you ever meet my father, Crazy Joe, if you're thinking about mouthing off to him about me, or you want to give him a hard time or whatever, if you ever happen to meet him, I wouldn't recommend doing any of that if I were you. I'd keep your mouth shut. Actually, no. You know what you should do? If you ever meet my father, Just extend your hand to him and say, "Thank you for your service, sir." And then just walk away.